Libra, hello. Okay, so welcome to 10-Minute Tarot. It's around 10 minutes-ish. Definitely some shorter readings to be a little bit more direct about signs, synchronicities, indicators, circumstances under which you will know that you are dealing with your divine counterpart. All right. Whoa, that's too many. You could have a lot of options. Libras typically do. I felt like there was one more flipped, but I don't see it. So we have enough here anyway. More than enough. Oh, a lot of swords. So my little yogi tea thing is breathe in peace and breathe out blessings to all. So maybe there's something with your breath work, meditation, and because we've got 5 of Pentacles at the center here. So there's a lack. There's some sort of affirmation that you are, I'm going to put those back, clear the fear. There's some sort of affirmations that you've maybe been telling yourself that you have the 10 of Wands at the center here, which could be that you've been giving your energy to casual connections. You Libras are freaks. So, maybe, you have a moment of promiscuity that's coming to an end, or that has come to an end, that needs to come to an end. So if you're looking for love in all the wrong places, right? If you're like going to the club or going to the bar or online dating and trying to find somebody who's, divine and long-term and stable and monogamous, but yet you're always surprised when you don't find it, like this is kind of like the duh moment. You're not going to find that there. The likelihood that you're going to find that is slim. Okay, there are exceptions to every rule, but let's just and I feel like one of you just cursed me. You're like, fuck you. But if that's the case, you probably signed off anyway, because if you're still here and you were triggered by that statement, then there's some truth here. All right. Yeah, I feel like you've been looking in the wrong places, and it's bringing you chaos. You've been saying the wrong things. Your belief system about your love, your worthiness of love has been, you've been putting in the wrong place. You're dealing with a water sign. We have the King and Queen of Cups here, but at the center with the 10 of Wands, leaving behind all these fallacies and phalluses, right? This is leaving behind casual connections, right? This is leaving behind like all the options. The options are not really options. They're not viable options. So this is you leaving that behind. Maybe getting off online dating, maybe staying in a little bit because we have the Hanged Man here. So just doing that self-work, just hanging out with yourself, loving yourself, doing affirmations, doing self-care, and building up your self-esteem, right? Because we know that when we see, men or women who are slutty, who just sleep around a lot, there's a deep insecurity there. And if you have a deep insecurity, then you need to create that security for yourself. Do things in a different way, right? Change it up. If you don't like the way that things are going, change it up. All right. We have the Page of Swords here. So somebody is watching. I feel like this, and it's with the King of Cups. I feel like this King of Cups, possibly a water sign, is watching you. This is someone who has a big cup to fill. Like this is someone who's done their self-care, the Queen of Cups as well, and they are actually facing each other in the reading. This is somebody who's waiting and watching. They're waiting for you to take care of yourself, right? They're waiting for you to fill your own cup. So Libra, you might be the player in this situation. But I don't think that you've been playing out of, I mean, you guys can be low-key manipulative. You know you can. But I feel like you've been, but that's just because there's a lot of self-deception that goes on with Libras. You know, their strength is balance, so their greatest challenge is getting balance. And so they're often like sort of easily swayed or too direct on their path. There's not a lot of, you know, and you guys are a very masculine sign. You're cardinal swords, which is fire, and air, which are masculine signs. So it's maybe you've been too much into masculine energy, too much in like you've been chasing, you've been pursuing, you've been doing the masculine stuff. And so this Page of Swords with the King of Cups it seems like they're waiting for you to get into this feminine Queen of Cups space. Get into your feminine energy, fill your own cup until it overflows, right? And if you have been promiscuous, right, you know it's very seldom satisfying physically. Like, it's definitely not emotionally satisfying, but it's very rarely do people know what the fuck they're doing anyway, right? But you know what you do. You know how to please yourself physically, mentally, emotionally. So go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. With the Hanged Man and the Magician, could be mutable. We've got the Pisces. We've got Mercury, which is the throat chakra. It's Gemini, Virgo, and then Taurus, right? Now, Taurus is your sister sign that you share Venus with, that you share the Empress with. So if you're trying to attract an Emperor, then you need to get in Empress mode. Now, Empress does not chase. The Empress does not give her energy away to lower vibrations. She is in that boss energy. And you can still get in that boss energy through your masculine sign, like through your masculine frequencies, right? You can still use that. Your active energy, your focused energy, and your leadership qualities to lead yourself, right? Be a leader. Maybe you're going to start something like an entrepreneurship, because we've got the Nine of Pentacles. That's about like your money, your physical, tangible world. You're going to be working on yourself, maybe going to the gym, you know, going for walks. You're going to be doing something where you're like improving your physical, I don't want to say appearance, because it's not necessarily superficial, but it's like a glow up of the physical world. So if you are dieting, if you are working out, like it's healing your feminine energy. You're using that masculine active energy to heal your feminine. This is always the story for you guys, is to get into your feminine energy. Because even if you're the masculine, we all have masculine and feminine in us. And if you're trying to attract this Queen of Cups, guess what? You need to be in the King of Cups. Right? So and water is feminine, so you need to get into a feminine energy. Pentacles is like that mediator element, all right, where it is fixed earth, which is feminine. It's the most overtly feminine element, whereas fire is the most overtly masculine, and then water and air is like masculine and feminine leaning, not ambiguous, androgynous elements. Those are the androgynous elements. But this is feminine energy, but then Pentacles is about the 3D, which is masculine, right? So, again, could be dealing with a Taurus, or if you are struggling to get into, maybe you're struggling to get into water, sometimes it's easier to just segue from what's more available to you. So it might be easier to segue into your water and your feminine, your deep emotional femininity by doing things in the practical masculine world that will nurture your feminine earth energy. Hopefully that makes sense. But you have this Page of Swords, you have this, which feels like the King of Cups, that is waiting for you to do this, all right? So if you're looking for a timeline, you can't pencil it into your calendar. You can't set an alarm for it. It's when you were on this frequency of independent self-care and not giving your energy to others, not working for others. So again, maybe you've just been, wands can be about work too. I was getting sexual energy, but it could be that you just like been exhausting yourself and like draining yourself, and you're tired and feeling haggard, you're not hydrating, you're not eating well, you have no time or energy left at the end of the day to do any sort of yoga or go on a walk or get any sun or take care of yourself. And so it's really been showing on your physical appearance, like that your insides are exhausted. And so this is maybe quitting a job and starting something that is just for you, right? And it's going to be very emotionally fulfilling. The work that you do is going to be very emotionally fulfilling. And it's going to bring you more stability financially and more abundance financially. And it's going to, maybe you'll meet this person at this new job. Maybe you'll meet this person in this work. Or I feel like this person is, this Page of Swords is looking at this Ten of Wands and this Hangman. So it could be a Pisces. Again, this person is waiting and watching for you to get in this place of taking care of yourself. Because an Emperor and an Empress know, like, you cannot do the work for other people. You have to do it for yourself. So the Magician is, this person's a magician, and both the Emperor and the Empress are divine alchemists. So they wield all the elements. They know how to loophole and segue, like I was describing before, like, so that they're able to use all the elements to their benefit, right? And it is kind of like they're using all these other elements to get into that cup. And it's like you have these shadows, it's doing shadow work, of course. So, if you're, where you are, Death, Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is here for a good time, not a long time. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock there, which is moving along. It's leaving that behind. See, this Death is ending that. They're going the opposite direction. They're going away from that. So I do feel like it is like casual, intimate connections. And, getting out of that, stop giving your power to that. Start empowering yourself. This is someone who is very much in control of their power. And you guys are leaders. You guys are, balance, karmic balance. You're the justice, right? And so if you want to balance your karmic cycle, then you need to bring balance to yourself. So maybe doing like we got meditation here, again with the breath work, meditation, resting. I know you guys hate that, but you may just have to rest. And the Queen of Wands, getting empowered. Like this person, she's not giving her energy to other people. She's powerful in herself. This could be celibacy, being single. So, I suggest a year. I think a year is a good time frame, but, divine timing doesn't go by a calendar. So, you know where you are on this path. If you're like, yeah, I'm in that mode, then the sign or synchronicity is, let's see, what's King of Pentacles? Could be dealing with an earth sign. Oh, and then we have the King of Swords. So this is someone who communicates very clearly, and somebody who is grounded and nurturing, somebody who is very much in a boss energy. It's like if you've been wanting a boss, but you've been like giving your energy, especially your sexual power, that's your greatest source of creative energy. So if you've been wanting someone who's very much in their grounded, masculine, boss-like placements, and you've been doing that, I feel like there's just a ways to go. yeah, I feel like this was more advice than it was a sign or a synchronicity, because I don't feel like you guys are in your power for the collective that I'm reading. And if you feel like you are in your power, then, maybe we'll get you next time. But if you're in your power, then you're not going to be asking, like, when is this happening? There's a content knowing of, I'm fine either way. Like, if they come in, they come in. If they don't, I've got me. I've got my toys or my hands or whatever you can please yourself. You can, and not just sexually. I feel like this nurturing pleasure that you need to give yourself is more in that Taurus placement of the Empress. It's more in that earth. It's more sensual, right? Because having just lower vibrational like sex, and I'm doing this as a sound effect apparently, but that's what it is. It's like, there's no intimacy there. You need to have some intimacy with yourself. And if you're like, I am intimate with myself, well, then why are you so impatient? Don't be so impatient. Just go back to meditation, envision your person, and imagine what they feel like, right? What they smell like, what they taste like, what they sound like. Tap into those 5 senses so that you can open up to the 6th sense, because I feel like there's a feminine fracture here that needs to be healed before you are concerning yourself with linking up with anybody else. But know that your person is watching you, and they'll be ready when you're ready. Okay? Hopefully there was something in here for you. Otherwise, I don't know. Until next time, I wish you well.